guys, it is Zakia of Natural Soap by Zakia, as well as Live Soap School. And I called this broadcast, it's not food, but it looks like it. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Zakia. I make my own handcrafted natural soap. My business was born right here on Periscope, and I went to a soap makers gathering in Pittsburgh about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And while I was there, Teal from Teal's Bath and Body, good morning. Teal from Teal's Bath and Body created a brand new product. And this is a replacement, a safer replacement for the sodium lauryl sulfate that I typically use when I am making bath bombs. And she gave me an 8-ounce sample to test it out, and I am going to do that today. Hey Veronica, how are you? I'm going to do that today using about 4 ounces of this so I can compare it. If you've ever watched me make bath bombs or bubble bars or anything that uses that SLSA product in there, it causes me to sneeze, and that's because of the ingredients. Packing up for outdoor market today. Well, good luck. Hopefully it's a little bit cooler than 100 degrees, but you never know. So this one, it says, her directions that are on here say start by adding 1 ounce for every 16 ounces of baking soda in any bath bomb recipe. And make sure you just store it airtight at room temperature. And of course, like every other bath product, do not ingest it. This is not for food. So this is what the package looks like, and I'm going to show you that there. And I will end up uploading this to YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're cool too. And I'll post it in her group as well so you guys can see the final consistency. She also created her own version of a bath bomb maker. I already have an electric bath bomb maker, but hers is, it's really awesome because it has a little bell on there. So every time you take your bath bombs out, when you go to hit it, because typically summer haircut, thank you, well, it's going to last a little bit longer than the summertime because my hair grows fast, but not that quickly, but thank you. Typically when we are unmolding bath bombs, there's like the little banging that goes on there. So what she did is she has a bell, so when you hit it, there's a little bell. So I will be getting that one because it has additional molds on there that I can use for bath bombs. So we're going to get started. I'm going to, now this says start by adding 1 ounce for every 16 ounces of baking soda. I was not going to do that large of a batch, so we're going to see how it works out. So I have all the ingredients here. We're going to be using some baking soda, tapioca starch, corn starch. What else do I have here? Am I using any citric acid today? I don't think so. No, no citric acid. So this will be a pretty quick demo. And of course, we measure everything out. I don't ever use like, can't wait to see the final product. So this is an interesting one. It's going to look like a cinnamon roll. If you've ever seen a cinnamon roll, how it rolls up on itself, that's what this is going to end up looking like. And it gets really hard pretty quickly. So we're going to do a small batch here. And remember I said I went to the soap. The reason why I like going to soap makers gatherings is because you can actually surround yourself with soap makers and people who actually want to talk about soap for as long as they are there, which was cool. But then they also have D-stashes. And a D-stash is when you're like me and you buy way too much stuff. And what ends up happening is you are then able to de-stash it by selling it at a discount, and people can try out new ingredients, new fragrances, new colors, new molds. I did a broadcast somewhere in the replay history there that actually shows my unboxing or unbagging, because there was definitely no boxes going on. That shows my unbagging of the items that I got. In this 13.5 pounds of baking soda, you can typically get this at a BJ's or one of those big box stores for about $8. I got this for $1. $1. So when you are in business and you're able to get products like this, what ends up happening is your cost goes down because you're not spending as much per ounce. So that's our baking soda. I'm going to go ahead and grab some gloves, you know, and we don't need goggles because there's no lie, and I'm not lying about that. There is no lie in this situation here. So I'm going to do a smaller batch for $1. Yes, it's like Christmas in June because it was June when that happened. And so I'm going to one more soap makers gathering in New York. That'll be in August. And that one I'm interested in going to because there's 24 product makers. Wow, great deal, right? So there's 24 product makers. Well, there's a total of, I think, 75 to 100 people that come. And each person makes 24 items. I'm going to make a loaf of soap or something. I don't know, because the cure time on that. Yeah, I can do a loaf of soap. And the thing is, everybody then swaps. So you leave with 24 items that were handcrafted by other soap makers. And then it kind of gives you ideas on, hey, maybe you want to try making this, or maybe you want to introduce conditioner, or maybe you want to introduce body wash, whatever that thing is. So that'll be my last soap makers meetup until next year. How cool. Yeah. So people don't understand. Soaping is a big deal. It's a big, well, to the people that are in it anyway. To the folks that are in it, it's kind of cool. Everybody else is just like, can I bathe with it? Can I eat it? Should I eat it? Probably not. All right, so let's start by measuring. And like I said, I never go by 1 cup of this, half a cup of that. What I typically like to do is weigh out the ingredients, because that way, if I love the recipe, I can always go up. I can always, always, always go up. And I don't need all of that. Well, maybe I'll just double the recipe. The one that I made is going to be double. How about that? So, it's so scientific, guys. So scientific. Not really. All right, I went over a little bit, but that's okay. What I do is I just take notes on what it is that I actually put in there, because I learned very early on, when I don't measure out the ingredients, or if I don't keep notes, I can't repeat it. When did you first start making soap? I first started making soap in the beginning of 2015. Nope, not doing that. When did you, okay, that's about it. See what I'm saying? And I have to refill this container. This is what I usually put my baking soda and whatnot in, because it's easier to transport than this big old bag, and it keeps the moisture out of it. So if you have like plastic containers to hold your ingredients in, that's a great one. You can get those from like Uline or anything like that, because it makes it easier. Hey Tachi, how are you? All right, so we have that. And now let's go with our cornstarch. And this is why I'm saying it looks like food, because you could use baking soda. I learned the true reason behind cornstarch a moment ago, or maybe about 2 months ago, when I tried my good mornings, popping in really quickly. Well, I'm glad you came in. I know you're very, very busy. Guys, that is Dr. Tachiata of Mediascope. If you want to know all things, I always forget the lingo. Media, tech, and culture. I know that's wrong. I know that. Tap her bio and you'll see what it's about. We also have Maple Flag down there, another soap maker. Veronica, another soap maker. I think my coach Tawana is still here, the LinkedIn goddess. So there's a lot of cool people in here. So if you don't know who they are, tap their name, look at their bio, and then ultimately click the follow button. Because what happens is you become cool because you're in the know. Hello. All right. So here is the cornstarch. But what I was saying about the cornstarch is I only use this real question. What's the purpose of baking soda in the refrigerator? To keep the odors out. To keep the odors out of the refrigerator. If you are like me, leftover queen, everywhere I go, there's a ton of leftovers that I bring home. And when you open up the baking soda, or a box of baking soda inside of your refrigerator, that draws the odor. So every time you open the refrigerator, it doesn't have that god-awful smell. Can you imagine having some leftover fish, some leftover curry goat, some leftover cabbage, a little bit of broccoli, all mixed together. You open your fridge and it's like, holy moly, donut shop. That's what would happen. All right, so what I learned about cornstarch is this is actually a thickener. Always wondered the purpose. This is actually a gravy thickener if you are making a gravy. I didn't know that before. I'm just telling you. But now you all know. All right, we're going to do the same for the tapioca starch, which I have in this bag. I tried to transfer it to this container. And do not use that baking soda to cook with after it's in the fridge like that. Ugh. Well, no, it's not multi-purpose that way. I don't even know how you would use baking soda. How do you use baking soda for baking? Listen. Listen. I am a soap maker. I am not a person that is well-rounded in the kitchen. Not at all. So I am not that person that can tell you, oh, in a cake, etc. Yeah, I am not going to be able to tell you the right ratios or that stuff, or why you would use it. And that's why, what's that hanging on there? That's why I say it looks like food, but you definitely can't eat it. But I started making soap in 2015. I would live stream the making of the products. And then people started asking how they could buy the products. And then what ended up happening from there is I created an online store at naturalsoapbyzakia.com. And my soap now ships all over. I ship internationally as well as nationally. My daughter then woke up. I thought I was super early. Yes.
Did you have this down in the basement?
I did, but we had to move it back upstairs. Voila. And just like that, Natural Soap by Zakia was born thanks to live streaming.
You move it back upstairs so no spiders.
Yeah, no spiders, no water. The temperature is too hot. All of that. We couldn't have that for making soap. You are so welcome. So that is my 3-year-old. Similar to baking powder. Helps food to run.
No, you said 3-year-old.
Oh, my 4-year-old. Please correct myself. So this is her cupcake surprise doll. Where's the whole thing? Where's the top piece? Her hat.
It's over there.
Go get it so we can show them how it comes. Good morning, Paige.
Oh, it's not over there.
I'm glad you live stream. You making them cool process to watch. She's awake. Yeah. I thought I was early enough where I would have like at least an hour to live stream without that. But you know, whatever. Now, is there a... I'm trying to see for opening this. Until I'm probably going to have to do another video because I done talked and did some other stuff in between. Now, you could also sift your ingredients. I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing it. It just takes more time. I'm just going to slice that open and then I'll put this in a little plastic baggie. And unlike, what are you making? So we are making bubble bars. So it's going to... Scale cuts off to try and save the battery. This battery has lasted a long time. I have had this same scale for 3 years and the battery has not died. And I guess that's because it always cuts off. So this is her invention, her creation here, as a replacement for SLSA. So it'll still give me, let me see, how much am I supposed to have here? Oh, I think I'm going to need... Oh, I'm going to have to use all of it.
Here it is, everyone.
There it is, everyone. Oh, that's a little more.
I want them to see my face.
Okay, so I'm going to have to order a new one. No, we're not making soap today. We're making bubble bars. I typically make soap that looks like this. Bubble bars. And then we're also going to use... The only liquid ingredients that I'm going to use are the Bubble Up. So this is all the... Oh, I know, I'm so confusing. What are bubble bars? They are a solid form of bubble bath. Yeah, so instead of it being liquid, it's actually solid. So we're going to do our Bubble Up. Sorry, guys, for the table moving.
Mommy, you want me to put her hat on?
Yes, so you put it the way it comes in the box so I can show them what it is.
Okay. You have to put this on top of her head. Like that. Around her.
I was about to Oh, so you let it soak in the bath water. You just crumble it up as the water is running. And what ends up happening is it changes the color of the water to whatever colors that we're using. We're going to be using a combination of this yellow and this
Mommy,
red.
I can't do it. I pressed it, but it's not doing it.
Okay.
I need some help, please.
Okay. So this is Paige's doll. We were in, what store were we in yesterday? The dollar store?
The toy store.
No, we weren't in the toy store. We were in Kmart, the one Kmart that has not closed. Let me see.
And they had the cupcake one and
the cupcake surprise.
Yeah.
So it comes like this.
No, you have to put it around her neck.
I know, but I'm showing them how it comes. So it comes like this in the box. So it's a surprise when you open it up to figure out exactly what's in there. And then when you take this off, you pull this down.
And then it looks like this.
Then it looks like this.
If
I found a Kmart.
Mommy,
I thought it was closed.
And Mommy, if you close it up, and if you close it up, you can take it anywhere that you want to be.
You can take it anywhere with you. Very correct. And so this is the surfactant that is going to create the bubbles. All right. So we don't need much. Oh, wait a minute.
Mommy, look at
Because I doubled my recipe.
Mommy, look. Look at her head on her. Mom, look at her head.
So cool. Let me show them.
Yeah.
Here's her hat, guys. So how fancy is that? She's ready for the Sunday ball. She's so cool. And then I'm also going to do our fragrance oil. Today I'm going to be using a sultry black jasmine.
I don't have a
I'm going to just put that in here. Now, normally I would use my stand mixer, but I should be able to do this with my hands.
I still don't have a stand.
You still don't?
Yes. My baby. My
I ain't got
princess
enough.
baby.
We're going to mix that sultry black jasmine with the lemongrass. How about that?
Says that. She's my baby. She's the princess.
Still not enough. Where do you sell these? On my website. Your daughter is so annoying. You know what? I'm so mad I read that out loud. Now I really can't do anything. Dang it. Yeah, so this probably isn't well, I already blocked you, so you're not here. Dang it. All right. So I don't have enough fragrance, but whatever. So normally I would use a stand mixer for this, but I'm going to use my hands instead to get it to like a dough consistency, and we're going to knead it so that it comes.
Mommy, did you have a good sleep?
I had a great sleep. How about you?
Yeah.
Cool. Where's your Kindle?
Huh?
Where's your Kindle? OMG, that lady needs to go.
I don't know.
Oh, dang. See, I let them know that it bothered me. Hold on. Blog. Yes, my website is where I sell everything. He hid it. Okay, so I'm going to go through now. This is why and notice how I'm not sneezing. If I had been using that SLSA product, I would have been sneezing all over the place. And a kid, and that's what kids do. Yeah, I know a lot of people are used to.
I don't be scared.
No, you do not be scared.
I am.
I don't think that's the right way to say that. I don't be scared. How do you advertise? No, you blocked Summer. She was oh, dang it. All right, I'll go back and look at the replay, and I'll fix it. Sorry, Summer.
Famous girl ever.
Famous girl ever. Yes.
No, I said bravest girl.
Oh, bravest girl. Correct. So this is why you do want to use a sifter. You're the only one. No, most people think that, but I don't know what fool in their right mind would do that on a live streaming platform. She was talking about the first person you blocked. LOL. I don't know. I know World's Dumbest Criminals, but that wouldn't be here. That wouldn't be here.
Mommy, I don't know why these are biting me.
Because you have great blood. Paige has been bitten about 90 times, and it's only July with mosquitoes. So this is why.
Because they like to drink my blood.
Yes, they're like vampires. You would be surprised. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna go outside.
But these are all 100% legal.
I'm not going to go outside anymore.
Ever again. Poor Summer. I know.
Mommy.
I'm going to help her. I'm going to unblock her when we're done. Oh, Paige, I'm broadcasting, so you got to wait a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the difference between this, guys, is that the SLSA, if I were to do this, I would be here sneezing. There's no way I would be able to run my hands through this the way that I'm doing right now.
Mommy, is my skull open?
No, it's Saturday. All right.
So I can stay
So I've gotten most of the chunks out.
So I can stay home.
And let's go ahead and pour some of that in. And I'm going to just use my hands to blend it together. What we want is a nice pizza dough consistency. Let's do a little more. That's a lot more, but you know, you guys know what I meant. And this does work a lot better with a stand mixer. Definitely works better with a stand mixer because it can kind of blend it up and make sure. Oh, but that combination of the lemongrass and the sultry works very well, guys. Man. And then you kind of just use your hands. This is the therapeutic part of making handcrafted products. And I guess for baking too, because you kind of can get in there when your kid isn't yelling at you in the background, mommy, 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 or you're not broadcasting trying to explain it. It gives you a chance to this is mindfulness that we are exercising, guys. A little bit of mindfulness. Yeah. I'm liking it. And I also have, I'll show you guys in 1 second. I have a pastry cutter, which will allow me to actually, instead of roll, I'm going to leave some of this out so I can roll it or use the pastry pieces. Uh-oh. You want to keep it in the bowl also. Try not to get it all over your house or your table. And then I'm going to add a little bit of color to one or to both sides. So I need one more bowl. Let me grab a bowl. And then I also need a new glove because my nail has pierced through. I don't think I'm going to be able to let them keep on giving me my almond shape for my nails anymore because they keep piercing through my gloves, which is no good. All right, let me get one more bowl so we can separate these out. Give me 1 second. Now we're going to add just a pinch of color. Just a little bit of color to this. Oh, I don't want the price tag in there. I don't know. Can you guys see? Okay, you can see. I done broke the bowl, guys. Holding it too tight. You can see it. All right. Yeah, so do you see that consistency in my nail? That's what we want. So let's separate it out. Some here. That's going to be our yellow color, and this is going to be our red color here. Oh, it smells so good. So I think I can go ahead and order those 2 scents because I already have lemongrass, but I don't have that sultry jasmine. So I'm going to order some more of that and switch this glove. See, my nails are really pointy, which can be problematic for these nitrile gloves because they're not meant, which I guess is why they don't let the doctors have their nails done. So when I go today, I'll have them give me the boring square shape. And then as you can tell, my hand is always sweating, which makes it hard to switch out the gloves midstream, mid-product making. All right, do I have and I'll be able to show you guys where we are with the soap studio. Paige kind of gave you a hint. I was just thinking, it smells really good. So we're going to add just a little bit of this yellow to one side. And this is a late colorant, so I don't need to add a polysorbate 80. But if this was a mica, I would add polysorbate 80 to the recipe so that this color does not stain the tub, and it helps to disperse the oils as well. So just a little bit of the yellow. I'm going to go ahead and mix that in. Do you see how that color changes? And this is the color that it would change the water in your tub. Well, depending, there's one caveat to that, guys. Because we're going to mix this with yellow, you know your stuff, girl. Because we're going to have this mixed with the red, that's going to, oh, I really love this consistency. That's going to change. What does red and yellow make? Pink? No. When you mix red and yellow, what color do you get? And I'm just taking my thumb and kind of pushing it through to make sure it gets incorporated without leaving any white spaces in there. No clue. See what I'm saying? I normally have my color wheel, but that's downstairs. I haven't moved that upstairs yet. Purple. Red and yellow make purple? Oh. You'll have a purple tub. Not a tub. Purple water. I can Google that for you. Gotta love Google. We didn't have Google when I was in grade school. So as you can tell, I did not necessarily pass art history at all. In the least. Green, I guess. It won't be yellow. How about that? It will not remain yellow in the tub because you've mixed the two colors together. But in the design, it will be. So this is the consistency that we're after for orange. I'll take orange. See, we got every color of the rainbow. I wasn't the only one that didn't do well in art class. Which is probably where that tale of me not being creative came from. All right, so now let's go ahead and grab some of this red. I don't need a lot of the red at all. I don't know if you can see just how little I put in there. I could have just mixed the yellow and the red by themselves. I'm always busy. Yeah, that's a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. So what we're making, if you guys are just coming in, we are making bubble bars. These are a solid form of a bubble bath. It's just nice to look at, and it also has color. It's also much better for you. It doesn't have all the chemicals that bubble baths have in them. It's handmade. As you can see, I'm using my hands to make it. And what I'm doing is I'm testing out one new ingredient from a fellow soap maker that I met at a Pittsburgh soap making gathering. I couldn't get that word out. I thought you was making food. Nobody reads my titles. Nobody reads my titles ever. Ever. But yeah, good morning, guys. So I'm Zakia, and that's what we're doing here. And I was doing this so that I could test out this ingredient to see if it still gives me the performance that I would get with the alternative to this, which is SLSA. I do love the fact that this is giving me a really nice consistency, and then it'll mold very, very nicely. So we now have our two colors of red and yellow. As you can tell. Yes, Paige? Show them the box too. Got to get some wax paper. Oh, so she also wants to show you the box it came in. So my daughter taught me that packaging may be important because this is what sold her. You think it'll be orange. This is what sold her on the toy that she got.
And also the toy name was Cupcake.
And the toy name was Cupcake, correct.
Because it had the cupcake thing.
All right, so Let's get the wax paper. And you guys are really going to think it's food in a minute because I'm going to be using a roller. You like it? I am going to sit down. Please don't sit there, Mama. You don't need gloves. You're not making anything. And I'm going to put just a little bit of the cornstarch down. I had did this at a gathering, and when I tell you it was so sticky, it was so sticky, and it just wouldn't come up. And it only does that when you're doing like a live demo in front of people. However, I have learned that putting the either baking soda or cornstarch helps it to come right up. And this I'll just squirt in a minute. Let me get one more piece just in case it gets too wide. Come on. You Googled it. So what color? What color does Google say? Orange? Orange? Well, I don't know.
Purple.
Purple? No, we're trying to figure out what two colors this is going to make. Orange.
Wait, orange and pink.
Well, yellow and red. What does that make?
I don't know.
Well, Google says orange. There you go. All right.
I make orange.
Paige, you can't keep getting my hands wet. Where's those paper towels? All right, so what we're going to do is try not to get that everywhere, but is we're going to make a ball kind of like this. Well, not exactly like that. We want to keep it together. I still didn't put the cornstarch down. I'll put baking soda. Got you. I think blue and green make purple. Ah. And this is just to help it when I go to roll it so that it doesn't stick to this wax paper. Not a whole lot, but better than nothing. Where my baker's at to tell me the right way to do that. All right, so we're going to put that first piece down like that. We're going to do the same thing for this red. We're going to roll it in our hands. Red and blue make purple. See, we're now at a color war. I kind of like the way that's coming out on there, though. Then we'll do this red right on top and just kind of smash it in. Then we'll do one more of the yellow. It's a little crumbly. I probably could add a little glycerin, but we should be okay. I want to see if I was right about orange. Well, I don't know if this is going to be hard enough for us to try it, but I'll try and mix the two and see what it happens. And then here's the yellow right on top of there. So I'm kind of making like a pancake-ish sandwich. Kind of. Not quite. It wants to break apart, but you know, then we just kind of beat it into submission there. Or push it. All right, and then I'll do just a little more of this little red piece here. So we got 4 layers. And we're going to roll it again. Kind of. Oh, you guys can't see. Hey, hey, how are you? There you go. You guys could have said, Zakia, we can't see what you're doing. Put it down some. So here is the red. Put it on top. It wants to break. Whatever. Use the palm of my hand to kind of get that down like that. And now I'm going to use the rolling pin to flatten it out just a little more. Because of now good old Tula. Is this food? What is that? I think when you guys say, is this food, you're just messing with me because you read the title and you want me to say something else. What is that? This is going to be a solid bubble bar. And now we're going to roll this out to kind of get it. It wants to break apart though. I don't like that. Kind of looks like a sun. Can you guys see that? Or not a sun. A flower. You need a little more glycerin or something in there. It's a little dry. A little dry for my liking. So I'm going to roll this out. so that I can get several layers and it rolls on top of itself. See how that broke? We don't want that. Oh, I love these two colors together though. I will say that. And I'm just trying to force it so that I don't have as many cracks. Nope, it's not food. I swear it is not food. This is a bubble bar. It has fragrance oil in here, so you definitely wouldn't want to eat that. And now what we're going to do is roll it onto itself. Hopefully it doesn't crack too much. Yeah, it wants to stick again. Come on, Gina. Don't stick. Don't do it. I'm kind of like massaging it to try and help it come off of the paper easier. Does that say what is soap for? Is that serious? Or are you joking with me? There's not a person on the planet that doesn't know what soap is for. LOL. Or maybe there are some people. I've met some people who obviously don't know what soap is for. But that's another broadcast for another day. Not today. But this is actually for a bubble bath. If you wanted to have a bubble bath, instead of using a liquid bubble bath, you could use this, which is a solid form of bubble bath. And what I'm doing is I'm just trying to roll it out so I can cut it into slices. Yeah, my ends weren't as thick as they needed to be, but that's okay. And so we have this log here. Well, we have a log. Put that in there. I'm going to cut off this end piece because it's just broke. Looks like a burrito. Yes. This is a bath burrito, guys. I don't need that piece, but I do want this piece. And so what you get is almost like a cinnamon roll, but this is a bubble bar. And so we wait for this to get hard. See that? It's not food, though. I swear to you. Yes, Paige? Yeah, I'll show them. Give me 1 second. Looks a bit orange. Yeah, I think it'll go orange. I think that's right.
Can you show them my... Okay, never mind. You don't have to do because you have no...
And then I'm just cutting off this end piece. So that's what we got, guys. Oh, she wants to show... Go ahead. Go ahead and show them banana. Okay. Or a pinwheel. Yes. Go ahead, Paige. Show them.
And look at my bunny. Oh my goodness.
Are they pretty?
Yeah. They smell like chair.
It's not food though, right? So we don't eat it.
No.
Haha. Looks eatable. It's baking soda, fragrance, and color. You should name it a candy name. Haha. So cute. Hey, beautiful girl.
I don't want to name it a candy name because it's not even candy.
Correct. Looks like a ham roll. Good that she knows it's not food. Yeah. Paige has been by my side making soaps.
When my birthday came, wait, Mommy, let me tell you when my birthday came.
Okay.
When my birthday came up, I turned 4 years old. Now I'm gonna be with the big kid, not the little kids anymore.
I think they're excited to hear that.
I was with the little kids in the floral class, and I asked them could I play with y'all, but they said no. So when I turned,
ow!
Oh, are you
hit my head? for the pinwheel thing.
What's the pinwheel?
The things that I'm going. Oh, here, they're under here. I went the wrong place. So did you tell them the story?
Yep,
Such a smart girl.
did.
She is a dork. They're saying, thank you, Paige. Very good information. So you got to move because I got to get right there.
Okay.
No, come this way.
Okay. Come on, Princessy. You gotta take a nap.
You take a nap with her. So I have these. I have these pastry. Oh, I can pull you up. I have these pastry cutters that I'm going to use for the remainder. Probably do one heart and one. Well, I'll do the flower one. And these, LOL, Paige has been out in the sun. She has a nice, yes. But she definitely knows that this is not food because she's been by my side since she was about 1 year old making soap and bath products with me. So she definitely knows that she cannot eat any of this, which is a godsend for me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to kind of create another ball of this and then press out some flowers. So I'll have, instead of just the pinwheels, they will be in the shape of a flower. And let's mix the two colors. So this is kind of like adult art class, if you will.
Mommy, can you, I want to show them my picture.
You can show them when I'm done.
Or not.
Hello there.
Hello.
All right, so we have this, and
Hello,
now we'll press
look,
it.
everyone. It's kind of.
And now we have a little star.
Mommy, I want help. I want to help you.
She wants to help me. Let's get the hearts out too.
Mommy, I'm putting together.
Dollar store, guys. $1. Well, this is the
Mommy,
fake
where
dollar
you
store.
get
It's $1.50.
Where do you get these from? Where do you get these gloves from? Mommy,
And this will be a bubble bar too, but love the color. Yeah, aren't they nice together? I love these two colors together. I'm curious as well to see.
Mommy, I don't want to do it with both hands.
Okay, well, you can press it out for me. Come on. I want to move that one because it's broken.
Yeah.
See how that's falling apart?
Oh, no.
But that's okay. You'll be able to press that into a flower. Here. Use the heart one for this one. Press that in. Well, it's not wide enough. You did that good. Look. Nice job, Paige.
Mommy, can you sew them?
They can see it. It's right there. My sister makes soap too, and it's so nice. Oh, cool. A fellow soap maker.
Ellie, hi.
All right, so now that's almost in the shape of a heart. Let's do this one. You got to make sure the whole thing is covered. Okay, so there's that one. And then we just keep pushing it together. Those are so pretty. You're saying you're doing a great job,
I
Paige.
know. Mommy, I can't see.
Wait, I got to press it out so that it's even.
Oh, even? What is even?
Okay, you want to make sure that you're pressing on that side.
Okay.
Come over. You have to make sure the whole thing is covered. Push all the way down and then come up.
Oh, yellow came down here.
I like that one too. And then we just keep doing it. No, you only have one glove on. So I'll press it and then you just push it down. This makes me want to make soap. What kind of soap is the white and green one on the shelf? That's our Into the Woods. That's a blend of cedar wood and
Mommy,
sandalwood for men.
Tomorrow, we're going to go camping.
Yes. Come on.
Outside. Not in the forest, because that's where the monster live.
You think that's where? Look at this one.
Mommy, we can't.
Oh, that one's
Mommy,
getting stuck.
I don't know. I want to go camping in the forest.
Look at that one. That's cute.
Mom, I don't want to go camping in the forest because I'm scared of the forest.
Don't be scared of the forest.
I am scared.
Okay. Let's do some yellow. Where's the flower one? In there?
Here. Got it.
Let's do that one.
Because I did all of the hearts.
Flowers are going to be higher. Go ahead. Make sure it's right in the middle. That's not.
Oh, ha, ha.
So it's kind of like making cookies at this point.
Mommy, can I put...
Can you guys see that? You want to do more of this flour or the heart?
The flour and the heart.
Well, Paige,
Yeah.
it's not completely covered, my mom. So you gotta wait until the whole thing. See how this side doesn't have flour on there? It's kind of broke. That's the broken flour. New, thank you for the follow. All right, so if we keep pressing. I guess she gave up the pressing. How long does it take to harden? So these actually harden in about 3 hours. So I'll come back and I'll do a demo of one of these smaller ones so we can actually see what color it turns the wood. Oh yes, please do share. Share.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
sharing is caring.
Share, care, share, care. I want to share with you. Share, bear, share, bear. I want to share with you.
So this isn't soap. This is actually a solid bubble bar. Watch it, Mama.
Okay.
And so this
Mommy,
actually.
I
Oh,
wanna do
sorry.
it. I don't
So
know.
this will actually create bubbles in the bathtub.
Care, bear.
And it'll actually change the color of the water. Cute and oh gosh, yes she does. And doesn't stop once she starts.
I wanna be a Care Bear like you too. Care Bear.
Oh yeah, and this
Care
has
Bear.
all ingredients that are safe for kids. Oh cool. Haven't had a bubble bath in a long
Mommy,
while.
we make soaps for every single people,
Yes.
not for us.
We do. What soap do we use upstairs?
The bath bomb soap.
No, we don't use bath bombs. She said we make soap for every other people's, not us. Well, what do we bathe with?
But you mean bath.
Or bath with? You ready to press it with something? Oh, you
No.
gotta put some more. Want some red?
Yeah. Can I have some in my hand?
Paige has some on her nose. You gonna get it all? Let me see.
Mommy.
What? I'm getting it off your nose. You wanna leave it there?
Yeah. It's kind of snowy. I like
The
it.
red is bright. I guess she likes it, guys.
Mommy, I love it on my nose.
She loves it. So I'll leave it.
Mommy, mine gets bigger. Mine gets
Oh, I broke
bigger.
that one.
Mine gets big. Mine gets bigger.
I don't know. I kind of like the back of that one. I was
Mommy,
trying to
think
fix
I'm
it.
gonna make my heart right
What?
there.
Paige, you got to make sure the whole thing is in there. Otherwise, you got a broken heart. A broken heart.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
not gonna
So what do
cry.
you use to make this? How long have you been making soap? So I've been making soap now for 3
It's like
years.
squishy.
This only requires
It's like
cornstarch,
squishy
baking
slime,
soda,
Mom. Mommy, it's
bubble
like
up.
squishy slime.
What am I missing? Fragrance oil and coloring.
Squishy.
And then I also used the
So
True
squishy.
Foam, which was a creation by another or a fellow
It's
soap
so
maker.
Squishy.
That's going to give us the foamy
Mom,
bath.
why you take some of mine? That's not nice.
I needed some.
Ah.
Sorry you guys are moving because as I'm pushing down I can see the camera doing its thing.
Mommy, this one's
one's
getting
like crack.
broke.
I know. Don't mess with it though. Let it sit there so it can harden. Alright. Now this one here, same deal.
Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll. Put this on.
Come on, let me bring this over. And then we will be done.
Oh, Mommy. You took a lot and I don't have any.
Where's Sharon? Use your heart. Grab the heart. You don't want the heart?
Little heart over here in the flower. I'm gonna take a flower. I'm gonna try to do it by myself.
Yeah, let me give you the rest of the yellow.
Mix it all up together.
So this is kind of like playing with Play-Doh at this point.
Yeah, it's like Play-Doh. So squishy. See, everyone? It's so squishy. Red, red, red. Oh my God, you mixed it all up. Mommy, I want to do them both this time. Mommy, I can squish it. Squish it. Squeeze. Squeeze.
I'm trying not to waste too much of the product.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like grass. It looks like green. Mommy, I want to do it. Wait. After this, I'll do the heart.
No, you got to come over here, but then you won't have room for the flower. Over there. You got to push it all the way in. It's not going to come up.
Got it.
Okay, now the flower. You did an awesome job. Say bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Hope you enjoyed our solid bubble bath.
And hope you enjoyed this.
Oh, sorry.
And hope you enjoyed this video and give a thumbs up.
Oh, yeah. This isn't YouTube, though. But that's cool. Bye, guys.
Bye. I hope you enjoyed this video.